Yeah, Cake, a man of many characters to say the very least. Known initially for his Queen Nai, we saw him playing Asuri for a little bit there. He's played
He had a
Bran.
Hattori.
Yeah, I think he made it into top 8 with Bryn yesterday. He has a very potent Hattori. Cake knows how to play everything. He's a very solid all-around player, and he can pretty much transition those fundamentals onto any weapon that he wants to. And obviously a phenomenal 2v2 player, winning BCX with his partner Addy Mestic. Always been, not always, because Addy has had very good 1v1 results, but I feel like as of late, Cake has been the more consistent of the pair in 1v1.
Yeah, for sure. Cake's been doing very well for himself in the 1v1s as of late. Over on the left side, though, he is going up against Vintah, and Vintah's been doing well for himself as well, obviously making it here into the top 8 against Cake. He has this bow in hand, and both of them are looking to be in that kill percent soon enough. Looking for the tatami mat, but Cake's above it.
Looking for the what?
Tatami mat, that's the down sig, bruh.
Ah, the plank, I see. Cake, repping the sword. Ooh,
nice dare. Yeah,
that was a nice dare, dude. Honestly, like that was just clean. He pressured Vintah with the weapon throw until he just throws out the unarmed dare. It feels so good to kill with that move, and it is so scary when you get hit with it axe and light and white because you can get hit with the full combo. But Cake is just building so much damage.
Oh no!
And,
oh no, Vintah, no!
Vintah bumped his head. Cake doing a little bit of a stutter step on stage. One of those classic in between stock routines to show your opponent that you're feeling good.
Feeling good, yeah. You're pretty happy with that one.
Oh,
Cake able to convert off that downlight, yeah.
The classic combo that you only get if your sword D-Light drops randomly.
But we do see Vintah with the bow in hand. Can he get a gimp onto Cake? That's basically what he needs at this point, is to keep Cake off of the stage. So Cake gets up, weapon toss helps him out, but he can't get much more off of Vintah. Great movement around Cake.
Nice bow recovery, starting to minimize this lead that Cake has, but Cake just finds these hits every once in a while. I like that he went for the bow side sig there, even though it didn't land. It really feels like he needs a sig to end Cake's stock soon if he wants any chance of taking this game. At the very least, he's definitely slowed down Cake's momentum to a degree. Cake now has him on the ledge, a good gravity cancel deal recovery, and that's actually gonna KO Koji off the top. That's classic Enigma stuff. And Cake taking that first game very convincingly, only losing 1 stock over the course of the game.
Yeah, that was a solid play from Cake all around. Going in with this Brawlhalla, a low defense character, generally you expect her to be on the squishier side, but Cake obviously showing his practice and experience with his character, as well as the fact that he's going in the defense stance, so it's not going to be horrible, I guess. Hattori on Vintah now going into the defense stance as well, going from 4 to 5, going to try to even that out as much as possible.
I mean, statistically, swaps over to Spear have 100% win rate on EU streams so far. So I like Vintah. He's playing the statistics game. You know, he could be the
really
first person to break those statistics. But, you know, I like Hattori into Cake. I feel like that's a nice, consistent pick. It allows you to play neutral far more consistently and prevent getting overwhelmed by that axe, which I feel like is a lot of what happened in that middle and last stock last game.
Yeah, Cake just was chunking. That's a reset. That's a hot reset right there.
I'd imagine he went to the wrong stage. Doesn't want to go on to Mammoth Fortress. It was in the first 10 seconds, so he's good.
That was the start of the game.
And Vintah, that's 1-1.
Yeah, Vintah with the swift 3 stunt. Yeah, he misclicked a map.
The JV4.
So redoing that one.
So Vintah, I believe, has to go with same bands as last time, but he's taking his sweet time remembering what he... Wait. Oh, apparently Cake has to go to the same map anyways, according to moderators. That's pretty unfortunate. I'd expect that he actually probably wanted to go to Great Hall in this case, given the fact that he played on Enigma and Great Hall is another tri-platform stage.
That makes sense, yeah. Basically, Great Hall is like a bigger Enigma to some degree, like bigger in the top and bottom kill boxes. The soft platforms go out a little bit more horizontally. But because of that horizontal range on the sides, it is closer to those side kill boxes. But it looks like as the admins have spoken, they have to replay on this map. He does not get to SD out, so they are right back into it. It's going to be 1-0. That last game was just a misclick to some degree.
Yep. And I mean, Cake losing a small potential advantage of that stage pick, but Mammoth is the most neutral of neutral stages. Vintah starting to act like it's an advantage for him though. Already turning around the pace of this game with a nice early sword combo. Right now, we got straight up sword dittos all the way from 2016.
That's OG Brawlhalla right there. Back when sword was the only weapon anyone played. Vintah though showing his prowess.
Clean.
Yeah.
Vintah's sword is looking so clean right now. Cake saying, all right, I don't want to sword ditto you anymore. You have my respect. I'm going to swap over to the axe, the weapon that's been paying dividends for me so far. I so badly want to see Cake go for a sidelight, nair, gravity cancel, Ensig on Jala, or just a sidelight into straight Ensig. Those two kill so early based on the fact that Jala's Ensig's direction of force is just so potent.
It's straight horizontal. Cake gonna throw away his weapon so that he has more movement with that down air. That down air has that horizontal movement inside of it in the unarmed kit. Cake able to get back up, but it's gonna be Vintah with the first stock, the gravity cancel downlight into recovery, and he's gonna be sticking with the sword. No surprise, that sword did work on that first stock.
And you gotta hope that Cake isn't too frustrated from his little map mishap. Not being able to, not only picking the wrong map, but then SDing and not even being able to change it.
Oh! And he gets back
him.
up. That's a bait. That's a bait right there. Cake faking getting hit by that neutral sig just so we can get the kill.
Axe recovery, infamously one of the recoveries that you can accidentally just kill people while you're trying to recover back onto the stage because of its circular hitbox. Vintah though
got that backswing.
Cake is weaponless in the red, looking for some unarmed options. Unfortunately, due to a recent nerf on unarmed Sir, he won't be able to find as long of strings as you could previously find. Vintah looking for the down recovery, not quite gonna finish off Cake yet. Another recovery.
We'll do it.
Vintah is just succeeding in playing the vertical game right now versus Cake. Maybe feeling that the horizontal game was getting him punished a little too much by Cake's axe side lights and the like. So he's opting to play a lot more with the dares, nairs, recoveries this time around.
Yeah, and he's even doing that with his like sword combos. He'll go for downlight recovery, downlight, dare into recovery. Like he is trying to keep that vertical game going, but Cake with the horizontal, that side sig poking him off the side, and he wants to go into the sword mirror match.
Oh, there are many moves in Brawlhalla that hurt you just a little bit on the inside in real life when you get hit by them. That sig is one of them. That deals so much just damage and force.
That's mental damage.
It is mental damage. And we're seeing it play out because these damage numbers are already evened out. The straight sword ditto closing it off with pure respect, it looks like. Vintah actually has Cake up in the air, Cake throwing his sword and not being able to reclaim it. That means Vintah is just going to continue to juggle him with these nairs. Vintah looking for the finishing move, but Cake manages to worm his way in and get that nair. Now, a hard read
caught him on the
T-sig.
top side of that down sig. That down sig hits low too, and just barely able to catch Vintah with that one. Both of them in kill percent. This could easily go either direction, but Vintah has disarmed himself with that weapon toss.
Oh, spear. Looking for the recovery. Lands a sidelight. No true follow-ups to kill, though. And he lands a neutral light. Another one of those moves from Spear that is not going to kill. Cake pops him up in the air. Cake most likely looking for some sort of axe there, but Vintah actually using the weapon throws. A good dodge, but that means he's going to be sent off. I don't know if Vintah can make it back. Can Cake find the edge guard?
The side air from Cake.
That's not going to be it. Vintah touched.
Neutral light, and Cake takes game 2.
Wow.
A neutral light on stage.
Vintah out damaged him by 120 damage. That's a lot. That's like into the red in case anyone isn't familiar with damage numbers. Which is really mind-blowing when you consider how Cake managed to actually win that game. And that means that Vintah is going to be going down 0-2. But I mean, as Hermison showed off last set, 0-2 isn't necessarily a disadvantage. Vintah thinking carefully about his map bans, taking out that Mammoth, and leaving Enigma right back up. I knew Cake would go back to there, especially after his game 1 favoring of Enigma, and most likely game 2 wanting to go back to a tri-platform stage.
Yeah, he had so much momentum with his axe on Enigma in game 1. He's likely going to be trying to have that same momentum, but I think Vintah's ready for it. He wouldn't have left this map on the board if he wasn't expecting Cake to immediately go into it.
And if you think of the multiple ways that this stage actually benefits Cake based on what we saw last game, we saw Cake getting juggled in the air a lot by sword nairs, and having 3 platforms to fall down on gives him a lot more options to get back onto the ground safely, as well as I feel like Axe in particular benefits a lot from tri-platform stages, but now we see Cake getting Vintah off stage, not quite going to find the Axe there. I almost just said flamethrower. Vintah
going back in time on that one, Steve.
I saw someone using the black color, and I just thought it was flamethrower because it's so iconic. But now, ooh, a nice end light. Will he find the Sarah to follow up? Not
Nope,
quite.
couldn't
Looking
get
for the
that
weapon
finisher.
throw. Oh, Cake's just throwing out moves, none of which are connecting. Finds the neutral light. Finds another neutral light with a different
Needs to
weapon.
finish the stock. Right above Vintah, not going for the dare. Vintah was looking for that turnaround. You saw him go for a jump dare. If Cake went too far forward, would have gotten caught and would have had a turnaround situation. But we do see both of them throwing away their weapons. Vintah switches over to the spear. Is it going to be an unarmed kill to finish the first stock of game 3?
Cake almost just killed him off the top. Cake almost killed him off the top with an axe dare, and then it just ended up double weapon throwing him for the kill. Now he's looking to weapon guard Vintah for as long as possible, but doesn't quite find the follow-up after the side light, meaning that Vintah can grab himself a weapon, taking minimal damage. Vintah finding the downlight recovery into dash jump nair off the top platform. One of the advantages of Enigma is that you can use that top platform to find early kills off the top, and Vintah using it to find just that. Now one hit will tie this up, and it is a tie game. Cake, ooh, a nice read on the dodge in.
Read the dodging. But here comes the axe play from Cake. We haven't seen that big momentum that he had in game 1 with his axe. He's been getting some nice 2-3 hits every now and then. But let's see if he can get those big chunks. Not able to get that nair follow-up off the sidelight. Just a little bit too close for that option. So instead, he's going to switch over to the sword. I'm going to just try to go for the sword and mirror match against Vintah. Nice recovery.
Nice dare into nair. Both these players are so skilled at playing sword vertically.
It's that dribble play.
As opposed to what you usually see in a sword ditto, which is a lot of dashing back and forth, looking for that downlight combo starter. They're playing very vertical to each other at all times. Oh, a great setup by Cake there.
Yeah.
Because the axe was coming down, that meant that Vintah had to go up to the side. Cake knew that he had to go there, and so he just dropped off with a sword dare, and that's going to put Cake in a pretty substantial lead unless Vintah can find a quick KO onto him.
Well, Cake is playing very high. If Vintah can get to that top platform, that soft platform, might be able to use it for a quick early kill on that top of the map like he had for the first stock. But we see Cake going low now, trying to get that center stage control. Nice nair follow-up.
And right now,
Expects
Vintah's
the
just
ground
looking
pound.
for anything. He's looking for anything to close out the
Oh,
stock.
no.
Oh, that's dirty. That's going to be an early kill.
Yeah, that was quick. That was